Okay, so today we're going to be diving into a career path that's absolutely buzzing with potential.
Yeah.
Like literally.
hmm
It's one that you might not think about very often,
Right.
but it's all around us.
Yeah.
It's the intricate dance of electromagnetism that's happening within our smartphones, our cars, even that cutting-edge medical tech we hear about.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
So today we're talking about electromagnetic engineers,
Yes.
and we're going to be taking a deep dive into their world using insights from RoleCatcher's career guide.
Okay, great.
So maybe you could start by explaining what an electromagnetic engineer actually does.
Sure. So electromagnetic engineers, they're basically shaping the invisible forces all around us.
Uh,
You know, those incredible images from an MRI machine.
yeah.
Those are actually made possible by really powerful magnets. And those magnets are designed by electromagnetic engineers.
Wow, it's pretty cool. So you're talking about designing components for some seriously high-tech stuff.
Yeah.
That sounds like a field that has a real impact.
Yeah, definitely. And RoleCatcher backs that up. They're actually projecting a 4% job growth over the next decade, which is pretty impressive.
That is really good to hear.
And even with like all the ups and downs of the job market right now, this field has remained consistently in demand.
That is great news for anyone considering this career path.
Absolutely.
I'm really curious, though, what is driving that kind of growth?
Well, according to the guide, it's trends like sustainability and renewable energy.
Okay.
So think about things like wind turbines and solar panels.
Right.
They all heavily rely on electromagnetic technologies.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then you've also got medical technology, which is always advancing.
Right.
And that just means the demand for their expertise keeps growing.
Okay, so we've covered kind of the what and the why of
Mm.
this career path.
Yeah.
What about the how?
Okay.
What does RoleCatcher say about actually becoming an electromagnetic engineer?
So you're ready to jump into the world of electromagnetism.
Let's do it.
Well, you need a solid educational foundation. That's key. RoleCatcher highlights those classic paths, degrees in electrical engineering, electromagnetics, physics.
Right.
But here's where it gets interesting.
Yeah.
They also talk about computer science and even material science.
Computer science. That's fascinating. I wouldn't have thought of that right away.
Right.
It really shows how interdisciplinary this field is becoming.
Exactly. And as technology evolves, those lines are just going to get even blurrier.
For sure.
So yeah, a strong academic background is crucial, but RoleCatcher also talks about the more practical skills you need.
Okay, let's dig into that a little bit.
Okay.
What are we talking about, like, beyond the textbook stuff here?
So they cover a lot, like from reading comprehension, critical thinking, which you kind of expect,
Right.
to more specific things like systems analysis, knowledge of telecommunications,
Okay.
and obviously a deep understanding of computers and electronics.
Of course. That's a pretty long list.
Yeah.
But I'd imagine, like, being able to explain those really complex concepts clearly is super important too, right?
That's so.
And not just to other engineers, but maybe to clients or stakeholders who maybe aren't as familiar with all the technical jargon.
Definitely. And RoleCatcher emphasizes that too.
Okay.
They talk about communication in interpersonal skills.
Right.
Because remember, engineers, they often work in teams. They
Yeah.
have to present their findings.
Yeah.
And they need to know how to navigate the business side of things as well.
It's not just about being a technical whiz.
Yeah.
It's about being a good communicator and a good collaborator.
Exactly.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now, for those who are maybe already on this career path and they're looking to level up, what does RoleCatcher say? Any secret weapons they recommend for standing out in this competitive field?
Certifications are key.
Okay.
RoleCatcher specifically calls out the CEMCE, the CMCers, and the CEMCT.
Okay, now you're going to have to break those down for me because I have to admit I am not familiar with those certifications at all.
Sure.
Could you just kind of like explain what each one signifies and how it might actually help an engineer's career?
Yeah, so the CEMCE stands for Certified Electromagnetic Compatibility Engineer,
Okay.
and that focuses on making sure electronic devices work properly in their electromagnetic environment, minimizing interference.
Oh, wow.
Really important in today's world, right?
Absolutely.
Everything's electronics.
Right. We're surrounded.
Exactly. And then you've got the CERS, the Certified Electromagnetic Radiation Safety Professional,
Right.
and they make sure that safety standards are met for devices that emit electromagnetic radiation.
Yeah,
So think
yeah.
cell phones, medical equipment.
Got it.
And then finally, the CEMCT Certified Electromagnetic Compatibility Technician.
Oh,
It's not as demanding as that CEMCE,
okay.
but it shows you've got those practical skills in testing and troubleshooting electromagnetic compatibility issues.
That is super helpful. I mean, depending on your specific area of interest in the field, pursuing one or more of these could really give you a leg up.
Definitely.
Now let's shift gears a little bit and talk about how technology can help you actually land that dream job. That's where RoleCatcher comes in again, for us, is more than just a source of information. Okay, so imagine this. Instead of having like a million tabs open on your computer,
Right.
juggling all those job boards and applications,
Yeah.
you have this one streamlined platform that's doing all the work for you.
Okay.
That's what's so cool about RoleCatcher.
Yeah.
It's like they took all the chaos of the job search and just like made it make sense.
Exactly. And something that's really interesting for a field as specific as electromagnetic engineering
Yeah.
is their reverse matching system.
Okay, I've heard about this.
So employers who use RoleCatcher can actually find you
Oh, wow.
based on your skills and experience.
No kidding.
So it's almost like having your own personal recruiter out there.
That's amazing. So instead of like you chasing down the leads, you're letting the opportunities come to you.
Exactly. And let's not forget about those job boards because
Right, there's so many.
so many, right. And
Yeah.
instead of going back and forth between all those websites, RoleCatcher lets you save jobs from all those different boards
Okay.
all in one place.
That is such a time saver, I bet.
It's a huge time saver.
Now, what about those applicant tracking systems, those ATS systems that everyone's always talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Those algorithms that scan your resume for keywords before a human even sees it.
Exactly.
How does RoleCatcher help with that?
Well, they have this AI-powered CV analysis.
Okay.
And it's not just about catching typos or anything like that.
Right.
It actually scores your resume against the job descriptions you're looking at,
Oh, wow.
highlights areas you could improve,
Okay.
and even suggests keywords that you might want to include.
So it's almost like having like an AI coach in your corner,
Exactly.
helping you tailor your application for each specific job
Mm-hmm.
so that it's not only good for like a human to read, but the algorithms actually like it too.
Exactly. Takes out all the guesswork.
That's awesome.
Gives you that competitive edge.
It sounds like RoleCatcher is not just a job searching platform. It's like a whole career advancement toolkit,
It is.
especially for such a, dynamic and specialized field like electromagnetic engineering.
Definitely.
It's definitely given me a lot to think about.
Good. I hope so.
So if you're out there listening and you're either already on this career path or you're just curious about it
Yeah.
and, maybe want to shape the future with this,
Mm.
just remember that the power of electromagnetism isn't just about those like invisible forces.
Right.
It's about finding the right tools and strategies to like push your own journey forward.
Love that.
And who knows, maybe RoleCatcher could be that missing piece of the puzzle for you.